Yesterday, we went to the meeting. If you remember, I was telling you guys on the live stream on Thursday that we were going to have a meeting with some people from the valley again. All the whole community that have met yesterday was all Russian speaking, which was pretty cool. You know, all the people that were there were doing uh, startups, and there were students, and from different businesses, and we have shared different ideas and talked about what each person does and how can we help each other. Really, really cool community that have been there, and we were sitting there and talking for quite a bit. We've met at around 6 p.m. and we're sitting, or 5 p.m., and we were sitting there for like 3-4 hours talking to each other. It was pretty cool. I've met a person that was also a Web3 founder from Dubai. There was one girl that just got into Stanford and came to US from Russia 1 week ago, and she's now a Stanford student that I have connected with other Stanford students as well. Because as how it works here, we always help each other by connections and people that we know. And this was just a great evening, and great people that I had a pleasure talking to, and we had already made connections on LinkedIn, and also are communicating now, because the couple of people that we've met, we are most likely going to somehow work together. So that's definitely a plus. And other than that, there was a lot we've spoke about. I'm not gonna probably not gonna talk about that on the live stream. Basically shared the life in the valley uh, with newcomers. There were also people that live here for a very, very long time. I've met a guy that lives here for 30 years now, and he absolutely loves the valley, uh, and is not thinking but have decided to stay here for a lot of a longer time. Since he's still doing the startup, and this is not the first business he is creating. There were multiple people that are serial entrepreneurs that are already done some startups and businesses and sold them, exited, what it's called, and it was just a cool, really cool atmosphere. And people. We in total about 10 people, and all of them were previously in the group chat where people from Stanford and businessmen are meeting. And this is the group where I had a pleasure going to two meetings already, and there will be one on June 30th that I will be also attending. And the reason why we created and decided to meet yesterday is because they invited me to basically share how those meetings went and how everything works. So this was definitely great, and I'm sure this is not the last time when we are meeting and working together. So that was it on the yesterday's part. I don't really have any news in regards to either marketing or VC in grand time right now, because again, it's just been weekends and summer weekends, and most of the people are out of the valley or working or not working on the weekends right now. So now I am just um, basically waiting for the next week. Also, one more thing that I forgot to tell. On the previous live, if you remember, I said that we were invited to be speakers on one of the meetings for new startups and people that have already started their businesses but are also looking to raise capital, or they're on a very, very early stages in their startups. And three of us were invited to this meeting to share how we came to US, how we started our first business, and because our story is that me and Max invested $3,000 in the company, in the previous company that is still operating, and we grew it to almost to a little over $4.7 million in 3.5 years, and it was kind of like a story of success that we had to share with the community, and we're answering a lot of questions, and I can just see it. It was such a pleasure doing that and sharing everything, all the insights, everything that with people that are just starting. You can see fire in their eyes. You can see how excited they are in what they're doing, and I absolutely love and admire people like that are believing in something that they do, and they are unstoppable, at the especially at these stages. And I did everything I could to possibly share everything I know and all the mistakes that I have done here in US, business wise. And these people, again, we've shared contacts, and I'm sure that some of those people that were at the table sitting and listening to me will become very, very successful businessmen and entrepreneurs, and we will definitely be helpful to each other at some point of life. So that was also a little step up for myself, because I only came to the valley 4 months ago, about 4 months ago, and now we're already talking and sharing our story of success to others. So that's definitely gives a little um, you know positive energy to yourself, as I'm talking about myself. And it just means that no matter how many mistakes or opportunities you're making or you're missing, but you're keeping going, you are getting better than you yourself yesterday. So you're constantly improving, and it just tells me that we're doing the right thing, because for some people we are already up there, and they can learn from each other. And at the same time, us as co-founders and startups of Grand Time are looking up to someone else that has already done more than us. So there's always a plan, a goal, where to go up more, and who to look at, and teach and share your experience with others as well. So this is just the beauty of the valley, and I am very, very happy that I am here, and um, I have a way and tools to share and learn with the community. So that was it. These Saturday and Friday for me, and obviously working and meetings, and talking to our teams and improving our community and our project. Obviously, that is a very, very big part of the day, but I'm just sharing something that we have also done outside of work, I would say, even though it's still work. Also, really, wanted to share with that we have created in our English speaking group. We have created our new photo group where people share pictures of how they met. And talked about Grand Time in different parts of the world. Absolutely beautiful pictures and videos. I really am in love with what I see there all the time. When we see people planting trees, when we see people going to conferences and representing Grand Time, when we see people meeting somewhere close to their home and just sharing their thoughts and ideas and talking about the project. And also, every single picture that I see there is absolutely beautiful, and I want to thank everybody for doing that, and for people that are not only doing that to receive tokens, because all of them are receiving 1,000 grand tokens for the meetups, for offline meetups, but also it definitely does give motivation and power to do something more, because you see that something that you have in mind and the whole community has in mind means to every single one of us. So I wanted to thank everybody that is doing that, and I'm sure that those photo and video groups are going to be in the history at some point of time. And I hope and think that it will happen in the near future. That we're going to be looking back at my pictures in the valley, at pictures of other people in different parts of the world, doing our first steps while growing, while looking for the ways to get up there and be known, and it all that is going to pay back huge. I know that, and I feel that, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. So uh, I am not going to keep this live long, and am ready to answer questions if we have them. So Olga, do we have any questions today?
Yeah, Rafael, we have some questions, and the first question comes from Crypto Professor. Hello, Rafael. Will Grant Messenger be instant like WhatsApp when the application is deployed? Will the app require KYC?
Great question. Thank you for it. Well, first of all, I hope and we are going to do everything we possibly can in order for the messaging to work better than WhatsApp, better than Telegram. And obviously, it takes time since those guys are already world known and are doing a great job. But we're definitely going to be making sure that we can do, our services and our tools that not only the messenger but all the other ones as well are going to work fast and efficient and user friendly for everybody to start switching there and using them. Also, to this question, I have also met with a guy yesterday that was on the meeting that is doing a messenger, but it. So he was saying that it is kind of like a Telegram, but uh, the because Telegram is not very famous in U.S., so not a lot of people use Telegram in U.S., and they don't know that there are different chats, pages where people share, different things about certain, so community-based, basically chats where like we have. Like in our project, we have chat with photos, chat with for English speaking community, chat for Russian community. They don't really know that. Most of the people, they think it's just a messenger where you're talking to someone one on one. By the way, they're missing out because it's a great messenger, I think. And so this guy is creating a new messenger where it's going to be separated in chats for communities. And he wants to start from advertising in colleges where students are going to be able to share some things about their school and help each other with like homework and stuff like that. And kind of like Facebook started to do. He started from universities and colleges, and here he is now. So this guy is creating this messenger, and I think he was a good connection yesterday, and we are definitely going to meet up with him and talk a little more about Grand Time as well, because he's already working on a messenger, and I want to check out how cool it is, whether it's compatible to us and stuff, and how can we be helpful, because he's at the point where he needs more users on platform, and we are the ones that need messengers, so why not cooperate? So we'll see how it will lead, what's going to happen after our meeting, but we're definitely going to meet next Wednesday. That is already scheduled. Thank you for the question. Let's go to the next
Thank
one.
you, Rafael. The next one comes from Nikolai Borisov. Rafael, why is Web3 mostly talked about in relation to cryptocurrencies? Is the new internet about cryptocurrencies or decentralization?
It's about both. It's about the currency that is decentralized, and this is where it starts from. And as we see it, with years, it gains more and more popularity among the world, and it's still considered a um, um, significantly smaller community than the rest of the world, but it keeps growing. And the reason why it keeps growing, because people see more and more opportunities in it and start understanding decentralization more than they did, a couple of years ago. And more and more people are adding. And we constantly hear stories about some people, some younger people that are becoming millionaires and financially independent in Web3, and all the people that were, hearing that and saying that this is all BS and this is not true and there's no logic in this. Slowly but constantly become, start to turn their head in the way of crypto and join. And this is how the whole blockchain and Web3 industry grows. So if you just take a look at 3 years from now to now, you will see the significant growth of the community of the users of different coins and tokens in crypto in general that are getting in and becoming more and more savvy in it. And then in the future, it's not, I don't think, I am sure that it's not going to stop on just crypto. There's metaverse coming up. There are different multiple things that are happening, and I'm sure that the whole industry and economy and communities in all the countries are going to switch to crypto and blockchain. But it will take time, since if it happens right away, it's just going to cause chaos in the world. If the world financial systems and economy switches to blockchain in 1 year, it's just going to cause a lot of trouble for everybody, because all the innovations, all the new things need to happen gradually and slowly, and people need to adapt to it and understand how everything works. This is why I am actually happy that it is happening the way it does, and we are a part of this global trend, because we are the project that brings newcomers to crypto, and we're educating people and we're helping them to become financially independent. And we're basically doing what the rest of the world is trying to do, but ourselves. And people are inviting people, and this is the most beautiful thing that can happen in situation like that, and we're doing it. So once we get bigger and bigger, obviously people are going to start adding more and more, and I'm sure that Grand Time is going to become next. Like this Brian guy said on my live stream, next 100 million wallets. I'm sure that one day we're gonna look back at 2022 and say, hey, we've said that on the live stream. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. The next one, Rafael, it is very interesting to learn more about gig tasks. Could you tell us what is it?
I think I've covered that on the previous slide, but of course I will explain it again. First of all, we don't call them right now when we present to like to ventures or to people outside of the project. We say that this is not a gig task marketplace, it's a crowdsourcing marketplace. And the difference is that let's say in the gig marketplace, let's say you own a website and you need a design for one page on the website. So you go on the gig marketplace and you find a freelancer, a person that is ready to do this one page design for your website one on one. So you're working one on one. He might have a full time job on the side, but this is a side job that he does for some extra money, basically. This is a gig marketplace. You're working one on one with a professional for a certain thing that you personally need or your business needs. That's a gig marketplace. What's crowdsourcing marketplace? Crowdsourcing marketplace is that when a business, let's say, as an example, a business needs certain services that have to be performed by a large amount of people. And in order to perform those services, you don't need to have any professional skills. Like, for example, you don't need to be a designer of the website, you don't need to be an IT person. You don't need to be anything. Basically, any person with a phone and internet can perform those tasks. And one of the tasks that we're planning to start with is AI and ML, data labeling for AI and ML. So let's say if there's an electric car that always needs AI performance and improvement, and they have thousands of pictures, let's say pictures of the road with cars on the road. In order for the car to understand that there is an object on the road that the car needs to go around, a person has to label that thing. So in order for Tesla to understand that Tesla needs to stop or turn when it sees curb, a person has to circle this curb on the road in order for the car to understand that this is something that it will hit and destroy itself. And these are the tasks that we are planning to start doing for the large corporations in order for them to grow. And there are already crowdsourcing marketplaces on market, but that are some of them are really popular, especially overseas, not in the U.S. Some of them are, pretty popular in the US as well, but they're all not Web3. There's no Web3 crowdsourcing marketplaces right now. And here we are with a big community and people and tools to perform tasks like that. And market needs us. So this is just a perfect fit for what we are doing and what market needs. Outside, I'm not talking about our tokenomics and the plans of grant time in general for the future. This is something that we know and this is something that we're going for. But as of right now, just to talk to First Ventures, raise some first capital. They want to see like a classic, solid business plan for a classic business in Web3. Whether it's Web3 or not. And this is, we think this is a perfect fit. Everything might be changing. Everything might be improving presentation wise or idea wise. It happens all the time. Since we came to San Francisco 4 months ago, we came here only with tokenomic idea and stuff, but then we see that venture funds want to see more classic and business model, like where the revenue is coming from exactly, and who's paying and who is buying and who is doing. And this is the idea that we came up with. So we're going to start with that, show our first traction. I'm sure we're going to do a big traction because businesses are going to order tasks by purchasing grants, and we are going to perform those tasks and earn those tokens. And this is a business model that they want to see. So we'll start with that and show them what we can do in order for them to see and understand our tokenomics and our future in general. So I'm sure that this will be happening very soon with starting of the crowdsourcing tasks. And now we're by the way talking to the person that will be helping with sales to companies with our services, and also some people that are going to be and already working on implementing those tools for creating and performing tasks on the platform. On our web, so we don't have to do it through the bots and stuff like that. So that's in process. We're writing down all the basically preparing the plan to create those tools on the platform, and then once that's created, it will be implemented. And after that, we will be able to do our first actual like real use cases where people order on platform and perform through the platform as well. So that's this stage. And the most important thing that we're working on today, by figuring out how to implement it on platform itself without using Telegram, and that includes Messenger as well, and presenting this to the local funds and getting feedback. That's where we're at right now. So thank you for the question, by the way. Very interesting question too. I really like and want to thank everyone for cool questions lately. For the past, especially 2-3 live streams, I really like what I hear, and I like answering questions that are not complicated but very interesting. When I hear the question that I start thinking about, like this is something that didn't tell you guys. This is something that I didn't share because I just forgot or simply thought that this is not interesting for the community, and now I realize that it actually is. And the more questions you ask like that, the more my brain starts spinning, and I want to share more and more. So thank you for that. And we're going to be wrapping up with our live today live stream. And I want to thank Olga and Lena for being here and announcing questions and making the live stream. And I will see you guys all this Wednesday, next Wednesday, I'm sorry, upcoming one at 6 p.m. London, as always. And we're going to have some more news and answer some more interesting questions. So thank you all, and I will see you guys on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Bye bye.
Bye bye.